Yeah, we're gonna let a couple more people get in here. I had to let that beat ride out a little bit. I don't know if it's looped or not. But yeah, we're gonna lower that for now. Because we are back with another episode of Rigged NFL Week 9. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We got a couple people in here already. We got Clips. He said the Bills hitting a 61-yard field goal on your Dolphins. All you can do is laugh. Appreciate it, Resale Express. I appreciate that a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to be different. We can't all be the same. You know what I'm saying? The dude had the tips all year last year, missed the PAT and doinked one in yesterday, and they hit a 61-yard yips. Excuse me, yips. There we go. All right, man. Let's get this chill list. I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next, but I think I'm gonna change the music to something else, like the streaming music. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get into it. See what my mood's like when I'm listening to shit. But yeah, man. Saints fans said Colorado gonna win the Natty. Let's pump the brakes. What's that? Lee Corso says not so fast. That is exactly what I'm saying right there. Not so fast. Let's pump the brakes a lot on that because it's not gonna happen. That's a great story, but that is definitely not gonna happen. Besides, he's gonna leave after a year or two. What's good, Bronze Flat Power Guide in the building? Okay. My OCD kicking in. I gotta get that shit right. I think it's good. Anyway, so week 9 was started off with I know Dell was happy with that Halloween victory that the Jets had over a banged up Texans team on Thursday Night Football. Garrett Wilson had a nasty one-handed catch. We know why, or excuse me, how should I say he caught that? But nonetheless, man, jump man catch. That's some hell of athleticism right there. The Jets are still quote unquote in it, even though I don't believe they will do anything. The Texans, they'll be all right. They just got to go through, a couple rough patches here and there as they deal with injuries, players coming back. The Ravens, my Baltimore Ravens routed the Broncos. Let me put those scores up as I say this. Routed the Broncos 41-10. Lamar Jackson had a perfect passer rating. 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 10th player in NFL history to have 100 career rushing touchdowns. And I've noticed something with the Ravens, man. The Ravens are a team that they play good teams. They beat the shit out of good teams in more cases than not, unless it's Kansas City. Or they'll make some magical comeback against said. Actually, no, it really is good teams. They beat the shit out of good teams. But when they play lesser competition like your Raiders, your Browns, for all extensive purposes, the Bengals, it is the same thing. Granted, they did win against the Bengals. They blew the lead. They had to come from behind twice, double-digit deficits twice, to win the game in overtime. But like when you play like the Browns and the Raiders and you lose, I think that's going to be a trend for them. So whoever they got that's on their schedule that's a lesser opponent that you could think you would just overlook might be a trap bet or something like that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The Bengals, speaking of which, ended up beating the Raiders. The Raiders they're a tanking organization, man. They had already fired Luke Getsy and 2 other assistants. They are starting that cleaning house process. The New England Patriots, they had a overtime loss to the Tennessee Titans, as on the last play of regulation, Drake May had all type of jukes, and it was so slow. Like the defenders didn't even look like they tried to sack dude. Like as slow as he was moving, it wasn't like no Lamar Jackson quick. I got you, or Jay Daniels. Juke. No, it was very slow motion. It looked like he moving slow mo, but he ended up getting the pass off as he was about to get sacked. New England called it for a touchdown, kicked the extra points in overtime, and in overtime the Titans would score. Then on Drake Mays and the Patriots' chance to either tie or win the game, lo and behold, he throws a pick right after he had such a quote-unquote heroic play. Get to a couple of these chats real quick. Say your squad finally gets a new scripted sheet, finally. Casey might get Lattimore. God damn, man, they don't need more people. They just got Uche. Damn right. Commanders trying to get Lattimore too. They got more money. Let's hope he don't go to KC. Say Mark Henry and Derrick Henry must be related. Derrick be giving players the meanest stiff arm combos ever. Yeah, about that. I don't know what made me look this up, but he's one of the few running backs I actually look up stiff arm highlights from. And he actually has a workout where he's like on this. Oh, it ain't a medicine ball. It's like one of them squishy type of workout balls that you can step on that just don't pop. He's standing on one foot and he has like these two trainers or whatever, whoever he works out with, and they both like walk towards him and kind of lean towards him, and he'll stand on this one leg and stiff arm one person and alternate left, right. Whole time when it looked like he's about to bust his ass or fall off the ball, he never loses balance. All I can say is that's one dude that is definitely a business decision if I ever had to tackle him, because my ass is not tackling his ass. So Drake May had 8 rushes for 96 yards. Yeah, he could run in North Carolina. And I mean, with the receivers that the Patriots have, you can see why. Just AP, he did have a mean stiff arm. You ain't lying. Him, Bettis, Beast Mode, Steven Jackson. Good Lord. Talk about Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry. Steven Jackson was a monster. But yeah, back to these scores. The Panthers ended up getting, an upset win over the Saints, which ended up getting Dennis Allen fired. Bryce Young and Andy Dalton both have 1 win on the season, which is sad to say, through week 9. And Derek Carr, he's been the center of attention for a pass he had to Chris Olave, that a hospital ball is called what it is, that I'm sent to the hospital. Because the way he had it, Olave was laid out and it was just like an open target. And he just got hit from both ways. Pause. And that was the end of his day. Michael Thomas was vocal about it, talking about how much of an issue it is for Derek Carr, and other people might have issues with Derek Carr. Kind of like the Russell Wilson shit, except they might not necessarily be calling the dude fake. But yeah, Carr had one more chance on a final drive, and it didn't do shit. And now they've lost 7 in a row after starting 2-0 with those 40-plus point performances. The first one being, ironically, against the Panthers. And I remember B-Fire, or shit, it might have been me, who knows. But I do know B-Fire did say that they were going to split. The Saints and the Panthers would split that series. And boom, on the money, yes, it is. Cowboys, they cook, man. Dak, he got injured with a hamstring injury. Reading his lips during the game, he said, "We fucking suck." I mean, yeah. Yeah, you do. Their season is pretty much done. He's out for a couple weeks, too. So I don't really see the Cowboys making a late season push, period. That division is going to the Eagles and to the Commanders. The Bills, they narrowly beat the Dolphins. They end up 2-0 against them this year. And the Dolphins are 0-2 since Tua's returned. Interesting. I think it's time to talk about the fact that the Dolphins are tanking a little bit here. That's clearly what it is. Even if you factor in the games that Tua's missed. Did I see Mike Tirico rig both kickers last night? Nah, how do you rig both kickers? So watch the Cal Fakers create a headline if Trey Lance plays better than Dak. You know, quarterback controversy, Jerry Jones. They'll take the attention off him for all his bad decisions because he has a very short temper. And yeah, we finna see what it's gonna be like with Trey Lance again. Cannot state this enough about Trey Lance. I said this when he was with San Francisco. Homeboy needs more reps. He's had, I think it was like 600 and something passing attempts since high school. I'm saying it again, since high school. That is shit that a high passing NFL offense, a quarterback gonna have way more attempts than that. Or if not just that alone in the season. So yeah, I wouldn't expect a whole lot from Trey Lance, but food for thought. Philly may finally win a game in Dallas since 2017. Hey, this is the best chance to do it. You better hope Cooper Rush don't wake up and turn into his former self from, what was that, 2 years ago? He was just lighting it up. Say college refs and rigging is bad too, but it's way more entertaining than NFL. College, yeah, I agree with you on that. More teams to look at, more playing styles, different offensive schemes. Teams have more of an identity too. That's the biggest thing I like about college. Like if I know I'm gonna watch an old Navy game before they got the quarterback they got now who can actually throw, I knew I'm finna watch a lot of option ball. Same with Army, Air Force. Now it's changed a little bit. Tennessee, it used to be the high-powered, speed 'em up offense. Oregon, the Chip Kelly, all that shit. But that's one thing I do like is they have more of an identity. He mentioned that the Minnesota kicker and Colts kicker have been sharp all season. The announcer's jinx. He ain't rigged shit. Minnesota kicker missed 2 kicks last night. Indy kicker missed. Damn. Salute Great T News. What's good? And hit that like button too so I don't forget. Cleveland Browns, man, they got smacked. They went back to normal. That one was definitely, that could have been seen as a trap. At least a betting trap. That Browns game, they had such an emotional win over the Ravens, who were on a 5-game winning streak at the time. They had Jameis Winston now. It seemed like new hope for the Browns because Deshaun Watson, he got injured. The fans was cheering, even though it's fucked up to do that. And Jameis Winston turned back to Tampa Bay Jameis Winston that we've seen. I mentioned Baker Mayfield has 2 Bakers. There's Baker that'll give you 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, and there's Baker that'll give you 166 yards and 3 picks. Jameis is the same damn way. Certain circumstances could make it where, you see the 200, 300-yard Jameis, like we saw against the Ravens. More cases than not, it's going to be the other, where it's either he's in the middle, where he got a touchdown pass, we got them 2 picks, or it's just all picks. So, yeah, keeps the Chargers afloat. And let's see. Oh, yeah, the Giants, because I saw Blackbird. Yeah, they lost again. Danny Penny sucks. And the Commanders are 7-2. I really didn't have much for that. See what we got. Will, what you got? Do you ever think there's so many talented black quarterbacks come into the league, they'll let one win eventually? I would say yes. Unless they can find a white quarterback who can do the same shit, I would say yes. If they can't hitch their wagon on someone after Mahomes, which I mean, to be fair, you could go with Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. If you want to go with the white quarterback shit, you got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert if you really want to. So they got a couple more. But that clock is ticking for them. That's all I'm going to say. Or if they do want a black one, they make sure he mix. Because, most of them probably came from an NFL dad or an NBA dad, an MLB dad, whoever. They black, let's be honest, they end up marrying a white woman. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't got no beef with that. But it is what it is. And boom, there's your mulatto. Oh, cool. We got a troll in here. Saying the sports is rigged. Saints just plain suck. Go Falcons. Tell Dennis Allen to whatever, dude. Like, come on. At least come up with something creative, my nigga. Like really, bro? Off rip, only lose, make excuse. Like, come on, bro. No creativity. What's my take on Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt? Seems like he's being pushed and they have something in store for him. At most, dude's going to get like a practice squad position or, like a third-string quarterback type thing. I don't know what team I don't even know if the nigga going to end up in the league like that, but I'm going to say this because I watched Diego Pavia at New Mexico State. I was about to do the letters and fucked it up. He's not a bad quarterback. Sure, he's had his off-the-field issues and stuff. He ain't a bad quarterback. Like, I listened to the nigga interviews, backstory, and all that shit. That transfer portal can do magic for certain teams. I'm going to just say that. Like, Vanderbilt isn't as bad as people think. Well, obviously not now. They ranked. But the Vanderbilt in the past, that was the pushover. Nick Saban says the easy place to play in Vanderbilt. Yeah, I forgot who the coach was before, who they got now. But whoever that was, they was a punching bag. They was a straight pushover. At times, it was like that with Derek Mason. But no, Pavia ain't no slouch, man. Is he the greatest passer? No. But Vanderbilt's good at controlling that clock. That's their biggest thing. And if anything, Vanderbilt's one who probably benefits the most for the simple fact that the SEC has more teams. So you need them more competitive. I don't think I'm going to let you off easy. The choke. Why you bringing up old shit, Blackbird? Come on, bro. Why you bringing up old shit when I can bring up this shit right now about your Giants? And I know y'all missed Saquon with that nasty reverse hurdle. I've never seen that. All right, homeboy gotta go. There we go. I don't even know. Yeah, there we go. The Baker got 9 INTs this year. I don't know if those TDs look good, but the picks don't make it a case for him. Who said he was gonna be MVP? Who the fuck was saying shit like that? Was that like some week 3 shit? Because I know they were saying at one point Derek Carr after them 2 games was the MVP favorite. Sam Darnold and all this other shit. Like, man, shut up. But no, I don't know who was saying that MVP shit unless it was Bucks fans. Right now, it should either be Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson. So Giants, Panthers, Raiders, Titans are definitely drafting the QB high in the 2025 draft. I don't remember who they got. This is a weak drafting class for quarterbacks too, so some of them teams gonna whiff on that quarterback for sure. Oh, Brock Purdy, that's another one. I forgot all about him for a second. Where the fuck was I? So you think Lamar will be the only black QB who wins a Super Bowl? I guess since Doug Williams is full black. That'd be nice. I still don't think so. As much as they move the goalpost for him and shit like that, man. But yeah, back to the Eagles before I get to the chat fully. The Eagles narrowly beat the Jaguars. Doug Peterson went against his former team he won a Super Bowl with a few years ago. Like I mentioned before, Saquon had that nasty juke reverse hurdle combo. It's like some NFL street shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Madden tries to replicate it and put it in the game, kind of like how they did with Mahomes falling sidearm throw shit that for some reason, like every quarterback in the game can magically do. They're going to do that with running backs too. They're going to have a nigga like Tariq Cohen do the same shit. God, I hate EA. The Cardinals, they are now 5-4 atop the NFC West. So I said this division was trash. I stand on that. After they beat the Bears, and this is the part of the Bears season where they finna to fall off. Because like they was, in the mix, even though last place prior was 4-3, now they 4-4. But this is where they're gonna fall off, and it's gonna be more of an NFC North, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota race. And Chicago gonna fall back a bit. The transfer portal, damn. Leveled the playing field in college football. That's why Saban left. Facts. He didn't have the monopoly of college football anymore. It's open season. Yeah, and his what's the word I'm looking for? His style or culture, whatever it is, where it's like you wait your turn. Yeah, niggas ain't going for that when they getting paid. Yeah, good luck with that shit. Or openly getting paid and know they can get more money. Yeah, niggas ain't waiting. See, I gotta wait 3 years to be a starter at running back. Fuck that. I am transferring, nigga. So yeah, he was smart to leave. The Rams, they won in overtime from a one-handed touchdown grab. Someone in the Discord mentioned that the Rams had a walk-off in OT, just like the Dodgers in Game 1 of the World Series had a walk-off in extra innings. And almost the same week. Not even the same cities, but almost. And someone asked, do I see the Rams making a run? They can definitely make things interesting. I mean, I told them to pack it up a few weeks ago. They're now 4-4, along with the Niners, Seahawks 4-5. But yeah, they right in the thick of it right now. So yeah, I could definitely see them making some type of run to maybe make the postseason. If not, make things interesting. So when is the first L approaching for the Chiefs? Texas, Chargers, Broncos may give them the first L of the season. Honestly, I did take the Chiefs tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did lose to the Broncos because, Monday Night Football games are crazy. Monday Night Football games always have some wackiness to it. And, they love themselves an upset. If not that, the Chiefs will get away, in a close game. If there's one team you name, though, shit. I was really say either the Texans or the Broncos. Because the Broncos could be one of those, they could just say, the Chiefs will beat the Broncos, even if the Broncos are good. So the game was 22-0. Yeah, Philly had a big lead most of the game. Made it close at the end. Bears undefeated at home, winless on the road. What's good, Randy Walker? And that's facts. It looks ass like the early 2010s. Probably that year, I think it was like a 7-9 team won the division and got in the playoffs, and that was like a big deal. I don't remember if it was the Rams or the Seahawks. It might have been the Rams that even had Sam Bradford. But yeah, that division looking weak. A lot of obviously injuries for the Niners is the biggest thing. Seahawks, Geno Smith, inconsistent play. That's going to be their thing. 1 week, they look like one of the best teams. Next week, like, what the hell is going on? Cardinals are interesting. They started off kind of hot, I guess. Then they started losing, and it looked like a team that was going to be just written off. And then it seems after that win against the Chargers, really after the Niners, the momentum has shifted, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Answered that one. Think the Chiefs going undefeated for real? If they do, they're going to do that same shit they did to the Patriots. The Broncos are a team that'll beat up on bad and mid teams, so better take their spreads against the elite teams and they get blown out. Faker real Mahomes ain't fucking with Matthew Stafford. That's a fact, bro. Shout out B-Fire. Still waiting on the Rams and Chiefs Super Bowl. We should have got that a few years ago, but we know why that didn't happen. But that's a fact. When they interview a lot of different former and current players on these podcast stuff, and they ask defensive players which quarterbacks are the toughest to go against, you always hear, by default, some people gonna say Mahomes if they still in the league. Even some who played with them and retired now, they say Mahomes. You'll get, if they older, they'll say Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Who else? Some say Lamar Jackson. I mentioned before, none say Josh Allen. No one says Josh Allen is a tough quarterback to go against for whatever reason. But a lot of them, I'd probably say more than 50% say Matthew Stafford is the toughest quarterback to go against. And it's been that way for a while. Let's not forget homeboy stiff armed the quarterback, then threw a dime going out of bounds. But moving on, yeah, like I mentioned, the Rams won in overtime. Packers lost ground in NFC North in a title race against the Lions. And they, lost a little ground to the Vikings too. Because mind you, the Vikings won the first matchup. Jordan Love's been dealing with a groin injury, but I think they'll be fine. I'm not stressing about them right now. I feel like they really want to keep them as like a dark horse team. So that not a lot of people really just jump on that Packers bandwagon or anything like that. And yeah, last night the Colts ended up losing to the Vikings. Joe Flacco reverted to his old self, just like how Jameis Winston did. Old man Joe. I'm not calling him Sleepy Joe. So this comeback hero story for the Colts might not be happening. You never know. They could turn around and shit. Who knows? 2 games or something. But if your coach already saying that Joe Flacco gives us the best chance, and when he already given that speech after you just bench your starting rookie quarterback, that ain't looking too good. I think they said the same thing about Minshew after a few games with the Raiders, and look how that turned out. So the Seahawks was 7-9 and won a division in 2010. They beat the Saints in the wild card game in Beast Mode. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the Rams or the Seahawks that they had to play for that last spot. Damn, like how did you? Said Danny sucks. Still was the Giants who went 7-9. I think the Giants went 8-8. Said Dana Jones be better off playing wide receiver. Shroud says Stafford's the best quarterback. Damn. Game recognized game. So the NFC winning the Super Bowl, I agree. If they play anyone besides the Chiefs, they're due for one. I think even if whoever it is plays the Chiefs, they'll be straight. I just don't see that three-piece shit happening. Like, as far as they'll let them go is the Super Bowl. That's about it. The Chiefs, that is. NFC, though, like I mentioned before, my odds really on Green Bay. I know a lot of people talking about Detroit because Detroit been a whole problem for a while. I wouldn't say Washington. You know, Jay Dan's going to have to pay his dues. Eagles, no. Atlanta, no. It would be funny if they did win in a rival stadium, though. Especially since they had all them 28-3 jokes. Tampa, no. Arizona, hell no. And San Francisco, they got to sort some shit out. Has Jordan Love been a turnover machine? Yeah, he has the last, 3 weeks. And they've been winning despite that. It's more so the defense been saving their ass. What's good, Blue Power Attack? What's good? OG Big Pontiac in the building. Says looking like Lions and Chiefs Super Bowl. Yeah, I talked about that shit. Think Dak's getting traded to the Raiders after this season. How come? I haven't heard anything about him getting traded in the offseason or anything like that. But curious what makes you think that. And the timing will be terrible because they just paid the man. What are they doing with the Jets? Are they going to make the playoffs? Hell no, they ain't making no goddamn playoffs. Jets ain't finna do shit, man. Like, that's more of a betting trap, man. That game was, at least, like I mentioned before, Aaron Rodgers finna go out like Brett Favre did with the Jets. They are not finna do shit. And it's crazy. They have all these primetime games. It's just a waste. They gonna sell the Lions to win it all. Watch and see. We'll see. Chiefs probably lose at most 4 games. I can agree with that. If that gets traded, it won't fix anything with the Clown Worlds and the Jerry Dome. Hell no, it won't. That won't fix a goddamn thing. They don't have a running game. For one, the defense ain't been too hot either. So, yeah, they got some issues there. It's really all about who they replace Dak with to make them at least, competitive. Because Lord knows, as long as Jerry's alive, they ain't winning another Super Bowl. And I've noticed them Cowboy fans been hella quiet ever since that Packers playoff loss. I remember, like, during the summer when I wouldn't even talk about football and shit, there'd be Cowboy fans talking about, it's our year to win the Super Bowl. We got this year, blah, blah, all that shit. I ain't heard that. If I heard it, was maybe from, like, a Mavericks fan, and that was during the NBA season. That's really about it. Yeah, damn, that's really, really been about it. Yeah, them Cowboy fans been hella quiet for a while. So what's the script for tonight? I got the Chiefs winning this one close. But like I mentioned before, I wouldn't be surprised if they, fucked around and actually lost the game. Because Monday Night Football does like them crazy-ass finishes, overtime game, or shit. It'd be funny if they tied. I don't think that's going to happen, though. The Favre's the original turnover machine. Yeah, gunslinger, that's the word. Actually, yeah, we different. There's a difference. There's a difference between the two. Turnover machine would be somebody like, I'm trying to think what's a real kind of low-hanging fruit, but Nathan Peterman, that's a turnover machine. Somebody like Brett Favre, really, that's more of a gunslinger, which is the same shit they said about Mahomes, Josh Allen, who you could quote-unquote call a turnover machine, but really it's more of a gunslinger. This one, Baker Mayfield, fucking gunslinger. Jameis Winston, gunslinger. Some quarterbacks that they could light up the stat sheet in a good way or in a terrible way, where it's 300 yards, 3 picks, no touchdowns. Or one of those You won, so we'll let it slide. Where it's like 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, 3 picks type shit. So you feel like the Lions are playing too good? Or you mean like they peaked too early in the season or what? If I noticed a ton of players are switching to number 18. Deontay Johnson and Amari both wearing it for some reason. Super Bowls on 2-9, 2 times 9 is 18. Who's that? Marvin Harrison Jr. He wears it too. Ironically, his dad's quarterback, Peyton, wore that with the Colts. But no, I haven't noticed that. Also, the main thing with that 18 shit is the math close. He was close with that 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Try that one out. So Trey gonna come in and probably win 2 games. Yeah, I don't know about that. So Aston Genty going to Dallas. You'll see. Let's see that Saquon fumble. Yes, and also the Eagles scoring to go for 2. It's funny. It goes back to what somebody said about Sirianni. Said the Niners win the Super Bowl. I don't know. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Said the Niners definitely not winning the Super Bowl, respectively. Respectfully. Niners are the party participant. That's all they win in any. I don't know if you're trying to say not. I feel like that's what you're trying to say. Chiefs Lions Super Bowl. So the Lions remind you how the Bills are playing in 2022 and dominant early to most of the season. Yeah, that's kind of like how the Eagles were last year for what are those 10 games or so, before the wheels started falling off, and then we saw what happened in the playoffs. Who else has done this shit? That then sputtered in the regular season and didn't do shit. Because I know there's another team that done this before. That's just the most recent one I can think of. Man said he just got to school. Let's go Cactus Jack. Allen for MVP. He'll eventually win one. So y'all been in payback mode for too long. Let me see. Trying to remember who that team was. The Niners. The thing about the Niners is the fact that they have gone since 2012 3 times. Usually they say third time's a charm. Y'all are out of charms. Y'all have at least been to the damn Super Bowl. It ain't the same kind of payback as, say, the Saints after they won the Super Bowl. Really more so after Drew Brees retired, how they just haven't been a good team. It's not like a team like, who else in repayment mode? The Broncos. Ever since Peyton Manning left, it was like they couldn't find a quarterback to save their life. Thought the Dolphins were going to beat the Bills. I thought so too, because I mean, the Bills could easily lose a game or so, and it wouldn't really, be a big deal. At least not now, be a big deal. Because I mean, shit, they are 7-2. The Dolphins 2-6. Now they are. Patriots 2-7. The Jets are 3-6. Like they have so much wiggle room to mess up. It's not even funny. AFC North, on the other hand, you got Pittsburgh is 6-2, Baltimore 6-3, Cincy at 4-5. Things a little bit closer. Obviously Cleveland 2-7. In the South, it's Houston got a little bit of wiggle room too. 6-3. Colts 4-5. Like they got some room. Jags, Titans obviously out. And then in the West, it's really more so who's fighting for second place right now. Denver or the Chargers. Though I see Lamar getting another MVP, his third, and losing to Mahomes again. I wouldn't rule it out. I'll say if anything though, I could see them finding a way to not give him the MVP in a year where at this point he deserves it. I guess as a quarterback. Overall players, that should go to Derrick Henry. So Niners got 5 Super Bowls. Yep. Cardinals have been a surprising team. I know somebody asked me about that. Yeah, I really didn't think they were gonna make a whole hell of a lot of noise to start the year. But yeah, as of right now, yeah, they are a surprising team. I know I mentioned this last week. Other surprising team that was Minnesota and Washington. In the AFC, it's really Denver. That's about it. So y'all been in repayment mode for 12 years? Damn, it has been a long time. I mean, y'all did make the playoffs with Danny Pennies, but like, y'all fucked that up by paying him. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because at the same time, I want to say a draft position would have been what middle of the pack. And I don't remember who's the quarterbacks entering the league that following year. Say who y'all could have got. The Falcons win the NFC South. They should. Panthers and Saints done, and Bucks finna be losing some games. Oh yeah, for sure. The last night, Mike Tirico mentioned the Vikings might hold on to Sam Darnold. The fuck? The Sam Darnold, if they make it to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, preview or bait. Honestly, don't read too much into that. It could just be some shit he came across, some news or something that he heard. But I wouldn't read too deep into that shit. Because like it's real easy to read deep into every little news piece that comes out about every fucking team that has some slight chance that people assume, oh, this is a sign that they're gonna win the Super Bowl. It's like, bro, calm down. Sometimes niggas just filling time on air. Like real talk. Like sure, they got their scripts, they got their stats, they got their segments, but sometimes you just gotta fill in some air. If you ever heard Chris Collinsworth talk, you know he just be talking to fill air. Tony Romo does it too, except he just be glazing niggas too much. Shit, if you ever watch a NASCAR race, they actually know baseball. They talk about the most random shit just to fill air. They'll talk about mowing the lawn or what kind of coffee and donuts they like. You really do see the Ravens taking another L to Kansas City? I hope not, bro. You know, I love the little light bright motherfucker. Colts thought they were gonna have a big improvement with Flacco. Honestly, man, like it's one of them situations where the coach ain't lying when he said Flacco gives us the best chance to win. The problem is them chances ain't high. Cap. Carr could really lose to the Raiders when they play. That would be funny as hell. He get fried on the internet for real. The Washington not that good for real. We should have beat them. Washington ain't a bad team, dog. Their biggest thing really was defense last year. And shit, that quarterback situation they ain't fixed. Well, they have now seemingly, but they didn't fix when they had. Damn, they had too many. Haskins, How wasn't bad, but shit on it's a lot. But you know, all the other quarterbacks they didn't have too many. Heineke and all them niggas, but they not a bad team. Who I think finna win NFC North, Lions or Packers? I can see the Lions winning that division, Packers getting in on some wild card shit. Hell, along with the Vikings. Some teams gonna have to lose, though, man. Two could come out of the East, Philly and Washington. Out of the South, Atlanta, that's three. In the West, one team, that's four. Shit, if you want to get generous with it, Tampa, that's five. Actually, no, really. Take out Tampa. Yeah, so it's possible Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota. Man, he just trolling. Do I think y'all win when y'all fire Kyle Shanahan? Oh, y'all finna be trash. If y'all don't retain a lot of them players, or y'all gonna have to pay some more. Really, if y'all gonna have to pay some more players and stuff, Oh no. Oh no. Y'all in a position where it's like y'all shouldn't fire Kyle Shanahan. Because at the same time, though, it's like, because like, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get better? That's the real question. What are you gonna get better? The Cards are the sleeper team this year. The theme keeps going. Third and fourth place from last year, scripted good this year. Hell yeah, man. It's number 7 in the country right now. So yeah. It's cool. I'm happy about it right now. I'm looking at that Georgia game sideways though. Even though Georgia do look vulnerable. Is that the Viking system? You swear any quarterback can be good? They had Josh Dobbs looking like Mike Vick. I mean, shit, dude. You got Justin Jefferson to throw to. You have, I don't know if they didn't have Naylor last year. Addison, Hawkinson, like nigga, they've been had pieces. They thing was always the focus was on Kirk Cousins. Like Kirk couldn't win the big game, this, that, and the third. They pass defense ass though. Yeah, the Vikings ain't a bad team though. Say Allen would have to go 14-3 to get an MVP. He about to start watching golf. Damn, that's crazy. Nigga said golf. Said NASCAR. Said, boy, you waited till like the last week of the fucking season to say that shit. They last race this Sunday. The Flacco too old and washed at this point. That he used all his magic juice up when he was with the Browns. Pause. Steelers are such an easy fade the next few weeks with their schedule. That they're not as good as a lot. Of course not. So you pick the Packers to win their division. What's good? Trey Finesse. I feel like the only way Kyle Shanahan wins Super Bowl is if he gives up his father, Mike. Fucked up as it is, yeah, that really might be about it. The Lions versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl, another Jared Goff versus Mahomes shootout, just like that Monday night game in 2018. Oh yeah, that was when he was with the Rams. And then they had the Thursday night football game last year to start the season. So can't forget about that too. I still don't think the Lions finna go that far as like a Super Bowl. Even though Jared Goff been playing lights out. I think the old Sam Darnold is starting to show for the Vikings. You sure about the old Sam Darnold or like the one that was like, yeah, alright, but he still got his bad moments? Which one? Because the old Sam Darnold who was seeing ghosts was trash. The Steelers will beat the Commanders. They go 7-2. So you assume the Browns will win next week, especially with the way he played yesterday? I don't. Off the top of my head, I don't know who they play next week. And really, even at this point, bro, I still wouldn't personally take the Browns, man. Like, that's just me personally. I wouldn't do that. Geno started like 2013. Geno, bro, he showed this last year. With like the inconsistent play and stuff like that. And I got friends who, Seahawks fans, they've been saying Geno wasn't the answer for a while. Do I think the Bills and Ravens can come out of the AFC and Lions and Packers NFC? Packers, yes. I mean, shit, really, the Bills and Ravens both have a good shot at doing so. I do think they're going to play each other, though. Say the Ravens never going to the Super Bowl. Lamar sold out for regular season. I mean, it's not impossible to rule out that he doesn't go. As far as winning, that's a whole nother conversation. He said the okay version of Sam Darnold. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. So what movie next year is gonna make a lot at the box office? Superman and Fantastic Four. That's the one for Homeboy. Damn, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom, which they should have got somebody else, but that's besides the point. Ooh, damn, it's tough. Cause like I'm a DC type of nigga. Don't get me wrong, I do like some Marvel movies and shit, but damn, Marvel been fucking up lately. They've been fucking up lately. Besides that Deadpool movie. Oh shit. I'm gonna say Fantastic Four. No, I'm thinking that Avengers movie. I take that back. About the Robert Downey shit, ignore that. Out of those two, okay, in that case, I'm gonna say Superman. I'm gonna say Superman. The script looking good for the Lions, reminiscent of the 04 Pistons. So y'all gonna beat the Panthers' ass next week. I agree. I probably still won't pick them or pick the Giants, but I agree. Yeah. Who was it? The Chiefs played the Eagles. Was it 2 years ago? Whatever the fuck. Yeah, because I remember the biggest thing about that was, they do like the Madden predictions now, and that had the Eagles. They had the league script that had the Eagles winning. Obviously, they didn't win, and it was something else they had with the Eagles. I think it was they were just promoting the hell out the Eagles like a little too much going into the Super Bowl, like with them 2 weeks or whatever they got. They were just talking up the Eagles. I was like, oh, there's the Chiefs, by the way. They're over there. And then the glazing really came in with Mahomes down. That's funny. But I think they're trying to have the Bengals slowly come back in the picture because they've been quiet recently. I mean, shit, they ain't too far off. But the thing about the Bengals is inconsistency. If they can't string together some type of winning streak where they just keep doing this win one game, lose one game shit, they not going to be in the picture. So I say they string them along just enough. At the beginning of the year, I thought it was going to be the Ravens and the Bengals fighting for that division, but shit, nah. So if a certain team makes a Super Bowl, just know the clue was in Deadpool versus in Wolverine. We'll break it down if for once it happens. Yeah, the only teams I can think of with them colors, because I know Reynolds had a joke in there about but he said Wolverine looked like he fights crime for the LA Rams or some shit. That shit was funny as hell. But yeah, as far if we going off them colors, they yellow and blue and shit. Yeah, that's really the only teams getting together, yellow and blue. Maybe the Chargers, but I highly doubt that. Yeah, the Rams, they got the yellow and blue. And the black and red. I guess we can say Kansas City. Well, fuck it, Kansas City. If that does happen. So Trevor Lawrence is basically Daniel Jones, but slightly better. I wouldn't say that. I forgot. There's a quarterback in his, might have been in his division that he more like. You know what? He really more like a. Really not. He more like Justin Herbert now. I think about it. As far as like how their careers have turned out, one playoff appearance they played each other. Obviously, the Chargers, quote unquote, blew the lead, and then it looked like Trevor Lawrence was going to be the next great quarterback. Justin Herbert had a good rookie year, I think. They say he's gonna be the next big quarterback, blah blah blah, all that shit. Or second, I forgot what year. But yeah, I'd say Trevor Lawrence more of like a Justin Herbert because they were in similar situations. The Ravens Niners rematch. Falcons Lions NFC Championship game. That'd be lit, but I doubt it. Say black and red is the Falcons. That's true. I'll really just look at AFC because as far as the yellow and blue shit goes, that's really more of an NFC thing, or just yellow. That's really the Packers and the Rams. So black and red is the Falcons. Yeah, I already saw that. Be wild if the Falcons invite. If we get Falcons versus Vikings / Commanders playoff game. And gotcha. I'll be on here a couple more minutes and then I gotta hop off. So remember when the Jags had a playoff game and he threw 3 picks in the first half and then the Jags came back in the second half. I think the lead was 27-3 or 10. I don't remember which one. But yeah, I remember I called Dell like I think at halftime, right before halftime. I'm like, shit, we saying like the Jags suck, man. These niggas trash. Da da da. And then second half when they started making that comeback, I called that nigga again. I was like, hey, bro, I think the Jags might fuck around and win this game, dog. I think Mike Tirico said some shit, but I had to call the nigga, let him know. The Super Bowl predictions, I think I just mentioned it. Packers and Chiefs. No, I have not. Nah, that was the one time I went with my friend for his birthday. It's a very interesting vibe. I felt like I was on the set of The Deuce, like at their bar with like the disco music and the disco ball and shit. Like it's a cool ambiance, but yeah, a little too small. A little too small and too loud too. So the Falcons come back from 28-3 in the Super Bowl in the rival stadium versus Mahomes, the quote unquote new GOAT. That'd be some comedy right there. Damn. So Goff gets it just to screw Lamar Jackson. Chiefs early playoff exit. Said 2022 basically Kelso QB scammed their team. Yes. Yeah, Daniel Jones. Herbert ended up getting the bag. T-Law ended up getting the bag. Who else got a bag around that time? Was it Tua? Or was he the year after? I want to say Tua might have been one of them too. That's cap. That's cap as hell. Ain't no way, man. He said with Sexy Red. That's super cap. Saying either the Chiefs and Falcons or the Ravens, Falcons, or the Bills and Falcons. That's funny. I think they let the Falcons play the Super Bowl in New Orleans. I mean, I guess yes, but do I think they're gonna make it? No, but I want to say that's been done before. Playing in a rival. Yeah, that should be done before anyway. Yeah, the Seahawks played in the Cardinal Stadium when they lost to the Patriots. Do I think a major event's gonna happen tomorrow on election day, or no? Usually they have some type of major event or something that happens like that in the world, whether it be like a fucking bridge collapse or some big building burns down or some shit. That the world news focuses on this for everybody else that's not in America, and then we got the election to keep everyone distracted with that. I mean, it's possible, but I don't sit around trying to predict when the worst possible shit to people can happen. So it's possible. Kirk Cousins gonna do his annual playoff choke. The Lions and Packers NFC Championship, and whoever comes out the NFC out of those two will win it all. Although I think tonight's game has some type of prediction as far as the election tomorrow. It's possible. Either way, we, as a country, we are fucked, regardless of who wins or who's selected. It'll also be comical. Chargers versus Falcons Super Bowl, 2 choking teams. That'd be an interesting Super Bowl too. That'd be a really interesting Super Bowl. I'd say travel-wise though, from New Orleans to Atlanta, that's a convenient drive, but from LA / San Diego to New Orleans, damn, that's a trip. That is a trip. But yeah, man, I had fun chopping it up with y'all. We're gonna be back live Thursday, NFL pregame pick in week 10. Crazy, we already in week 10. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll post that Discord link again because they love to have those things expire. So if you ain't joined, do that. Other than that, man, y'all be safe. I'm out.